Hi, I'm Anita Kewali. Today I'm going to present on impacts of sanitary sewer system overflow and combined system overflow in Des Moines. And this presentation is under the environmental justice and built environment. I want to start my presentation with my research questions. What are the impacts of SSO and CSO on human health? Which population group is mostly affected by CSO and SSO? I'm going to answer these two questions at the end of my paper. Talking about the abstract, the reason I choose this topic is just like it has a great importance. Sewer system is to manage the waste product that will help to maintain environmental health and hence the human health. But because of the overflow of sewer system, because of blockage, overflow, break of the sewer line, there are lots of negative health impacts on human life. So in this research, I'm going to do the impacts of SSO and CSO on human health. After that, the most vulnerable population impacted by CSO and SSO will be studied. The methods used in this research is along choosing the transect line and studied in detail about that transect line using the GIS map and analyzing the existing available data in Des Moines. Des Moines is the capital city of Iowa with population 216,853 and area of 82.6 square mile. It is a highly populated city in Iowa. There are two types of sewer system, the combined sewer system and the sanitary sewer system. Combined sewer system collects the sanitary sewage and urban runoff, whereas separate sewer system collects either sanitary sewage or urban runoff. CSO and SSO occur because of blockage, flooding, poor infrastructure, breakage of sewer line. Because of that, it has negative impacts on human health. There are many reasons of causes of. There are many causes of sewer pollution, just like the waste from domestic household, which contains the fecal from laundry, from kitchen, industrial waste, which contains toxic and other harmful elements, agricultural practices, which includes the nutrients and fertilizer, which has very bad impact in quality of water. The pollutants from highway and railway track is also impacting on the sewer pollution, and paved surface has a lot of pollutants which can impact the water quality. About the CSO and SSO, the pollutants present in CSO and SSO: microbial pathogen, oxygen depleting substances, total suspended solids, toxic, nutrients, potable, and trash, which will pollute the CSO and SSO, and because of which there is a negative impact on human health, causing different types of waterborne diseases. Causes of CSO and SSO is just like blockage of sewer lines, infiltration inflow of excessive stormwater into sewer lines during heavy rainfall, malfunction of pumping station lifts or electrical power failure, broken sewer line, poor infrastructure. Once the sewer system is get contaminated or it get polluted, there are many pathways that human can expose to that contaminated sewer system, just like through the drinking water supply. Recreational activities is one of the most exposure pathways, just like when people use when people go for swimming, for fishing, they can expose with the contaminated sewer system. Eating fish and other aquatic animals that is highly contaminated, and through water contamination, they might get exposed to the contaminated sewer, which will mix up with other water source. There is a relationship between rainfall and waterborne disease outbreak. From the chart, we can see whenever the rainfall is high, the rainfall data is from the Des Moines from 2015 to 18, and below two charts is for the outbreak of two disease, and these are directly related with the rainfall. Just like whenever the rainfall is high, there is a high outbreak of disease in Iowa. That means from this chart we can say high rainfall is linked to the chances of flood, which cause the CSO and SSO, and resulting into the outbreak of waterborne diseases. These are some types of waterborne diseases that are in US, and two pie charts are shown how microbial pathogens are linked to outbreak of disease in recreational water and drinking water. And in left side we can see Giardia is the most is the major pathogen which will outbreak the water in recreational water, and in left side we can see the Shigella is the most impactful virus to outbreak the disease in drinking water. Talking about the methods, I use the transect map to study in detail about the SSO and CSO in Des Moines. We can see the transect line, which is drawn from the lower elevation to higher elevation, which runs through the different zoning, just like low residential density to high residential density, urban core to agricultural core, and industrial to residential area. And these are the comparison of indicators. I'll show the maps later on in this slide, but I use these indicators to compare the different types of indicators in 18 transect, just like the sewer system, flood map, RMP, proximity zone, hazardous waste proximity zone, presence of brownfield, toxic release station, water discharge station, railway track, highway, and I have provided the number for each answer. So lower the answer, the most vulnerable the place will be, and that place will be analyzed through the demographic map in that area. Just like for the analysis maps, presence of subsidizing housing and public housing is studied, and demographic map for minorities and income level. These are the transect from 1 to 10 which are studied, and we can see the points for this one. 1 to 10. The points for 1 to 10 is 10, up to 10, 8 to 10, which means this area is most vulnerable, and we can see there is a high percentage of minorities group of people and low income. And we can see in this table, the higher the number, the lower the minorities community, and the higher the income value. So we can say it is the lower the number, higher the vulnerable place, and higher the minorities population with low income. After this table, we can say CSO and SSO have negative impacts on human health and environment. Minority population and low income groups are the most impacted group. Transect sections 1 to 11 have low value, which is near to river, and the industry is more vulnerable. Transect 12 to 18 have higher value and it is safer from all the indicators. Lower the value, higher the vulnerable place, low income and minority population as per the study. And higher the value, safer the place, high income and less minority population as per the study. From this study, we can say there is a negative impact on human health, and minority population and lower income groups are the most affected group. But for more accurate comparison and reliable results, I think we can extend the study in other parts of Des Moines with different characteristics. Water quality test could be done by collecting the water sample in future to get the more accurate result, and more indicators could be used like race, ethnicity, education level, employment, and other indicators so that we can see the relationship between the SSO, CSO, and other indicators as well. These are the study map I have used for my analysis. Left map is the flood map and right map is the topographic map. We can see the lowest elevation is, in lowest elevation there are minorities population. These are the RMP proximity map and hazardous waste proximity map, which is already done with analysis is already done in above table, and this is wastewater discharge indicator map and low income population map. These are the household below poverty line and minority population. My analysis is based on this map. Thank you. Thank you for watching my video.